Nightmare raids are done. Hello everybody, welcome to a Tuesday video. There's a lot happening this week, so it's not just about nightmare raids and of course AQ based stuff in general, but I thought it's important because I know some people have been reaching out and going, the rewards that we're getting are so RNG. I don't know what the plan is with Kabam and rewards when it comes to nightmare raids, but I've definitely seen that as an ongoing topic. Now I've got to be very careful because I think like my music is going to go blasting when I double click this on the days in question of when I've pulled some stuff. So let's go back to, because I've got to like showcase some of the rewards. So this is going back to I think the 16th of April last week. It's going to make noise. Let's just, like, there we go. Completely mute things. Okay, so the first, I'm just going over mine, by the way. I'll quickly talk about everyone else's in a minute. Of course, selecting the Alliance-based one, first thing is Tier 6 class Catalyst. It's always debatable how the value of Tier 6 class Catalyst is for players in this game, whether or not they're into it or not. For me, still indifferent because I get that from a source elsewhere, but I don't rank up as much as other people do when it comes to champions. So my second Valiant crystal, and I haven't found myself any units, was a tier 4 alpha. I'm not mad about this. This is still good. This is still a rare item, but the value of it has massively depreciated. Same thing with tier 7 basics, but everything is now, until the end of the year, I think, locked in from Kabam of how they set things, and, you know, like a Trump tariff on something where the value of oil went down through the floor is just something that's going to be a ongoing process. Whether or not it won't go up again, but you have to look at July 4th deals and Cyber Weekend deals. But you've seen it at the moment. The value of things is depreciating. So therefore, when people are looking at Nightmare Raids, which is meant to be the creme de la creme and the prem de la prem of rewards, it might not be fitting and befitting of you at this moment in time in the player base. So apologies for all the clicking there, but it's just so I can load up these different images of things. And my next one was set of Valiant base crystals. Now I will be opening this up at a later date, probably when I'm going to take a bit of like a holiday or something, which is definitely needed coming soon. And I'll be opening them up and I'll be bringing this back to the question on value because it's very different. For the people that do RNG when it comes to Nightmare Raids, you ultimately look at something like this and go, if you get a 7-star from 10 Valiant crystals or 2 7-stars, it becomes somewhat of value. If you're only getting 5 stars from the Valiant crystals that you get from Nightmare Raids, it doesn't look like it has any value to it because we look at, again, on paper, and we go in game right now and say, oh, there's Wicked Web crystals. So theoretically, 10 of those have a collective value, and again, bunny ears, in theory, of 3,000 units. I'm sure a lot of you will say, can I have the 3,000 units, please? Because I can't guarantee that I'm going to get something good from those 10 Valiant crystals. Go figure, right? So that is still an ongoing thing. I don't know when Kabam are eventually going to sort out the RNG, or will they still keep it? Because they treat it very much like this, like World of Warcraft. When you go in and you defeat a boss, you get a chest. You get a roll. It's an RNG roll to get something good. You might not get something good, and ultimately your endeavor into said raid may have felt like it was a wasted opportunity. Maybe it's a thing. Maybe it does the thing. Anyway. This time in AQ raids, I don't know. It felt a bit rough, but I think like I didn't really. There's some stuff that went on, right? There's some stuff that went on, but I think for a lot of people, it's okay, right? It's okay, but I guess it's maybe the champion I'm using, or maybe it's like some stuff that didn't go right with like our teaming, but this time felt a little bit rough. So yeah, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so the reward side of things. So I don't think the ranks come in just yet with it, but it's always interesting to see where everything falls. We've got a free 7-star. I'm going to open it up in a minute, and a good amount of points. And still, like the other stuff, like from getting Alliance raids done, has been good. I'm still chasing a Lumatrix. I am going to miss out on Battlegrounds season, I think, because I'm just getting. I got bored very quickly with it, and I don't really want to get bored in MCOC because this is meant to be a game that I'm meant to always find something I enjoy about it, because otherwise, why would I be playing it? And I just found it quite grindy. And I won all my matches. Like, all the matches are won. But I'm just getting, yeah, just bored. Like, it's coming the same way that kind of Arena is. But it's just, for me, like the fights, if the fights are taking so long to load and there's just too much strategy involved with it, it's just the pacing. The pacing's off for me on it. But anyway, it's each to their own. But back to Nightmare Raids. This is obviously where I'm picking up. What's going on there? Picking up all my light essence. So I probably will be a month late. So I'll probably get my free Lumatrix in like August time. And that suits me down fine. I think I should be focusing on getting 9.2 100%ed and done. And farming some units for July 4th deals or not. I don't know. I don't really want to like... If I'm feeling the game is a bit too grindy, then maybe it's just like time to just kind of like calm like just calm down. And there's other stuff that I've got going on at the moment, so maybe that's kind of like the feeling that I've got around it. So with all that said, let's kind of jump into a quick 7-star opening, and also kind of like bring into this space, like, again, things that people have said, people have felt around it, because there's also been bugs, and it's like it's not been great with that. I need to try and find a message, because I was messaged. I get loads of messages, by the way, but there was one really important message recently that was a kind of like a key issue when it comes to like alliance raids rewards. As I pick up a Wong, that's nice actually. That's very nice. Well, I'd say that I complain and Kabam give me a free Wong, so it didn't go wrong. It did not go wrong at all. So going back a little while, there was actually like this is where things are a bit kind of like strange, because this is a thread that was back like last month when we had the issues, and also a lot of people claiming that they've been picking up some terrible rewards. So first of all, this is from the like message that Kabam put out. Chest-based rewards, identities. All chests have small chance of obtaining units or Valiant crystals, but consistent specific rewards, identity, reduced variance when you obtain them. First mini-boss chest is mostly catered to a horizontal progression to tier 6, blah, 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 blah. Second mini-boss chest is mostly catered at blah, blah, blah. And the third chest is catered towards 7-star champion acquisition. And that's really it. The surprising thing was somebody claimed that they only picked up 5,000 6-star shards. Now, at this moment in time, if you do think you're getting any of these like rewards that are incorrect, make sure to send a support ticket to Kabam. And I don't think if Kabam are going like, hey, if you get a dupe, right? If you get a dupe of 6-star, like 6 stars, you get 7-star shards, but that's 275. So it's not exactly, that's not it. That's no bueno, okay? We don't want that. We definitely don't want that in any kind of shape or form. So if you're still getting it, right, this is a problem. I know some people have pointed out that this is a problem from, say, last month, and goes so as far as back as like the 18th of March. So if you are still getting this, like, this is sad. If that's the case, you'd be like, damn, why am I investing all this time, effort, and 180 tickets? Also, I would stress to people, just double check what raids you're in. If you're in a nightmare raid or a standard raid, that can be a bit of a twister. You might be a bit kind of like unsure. Just make sure to check that. If the imagery looks different between the battle groups, you're probably in one that's a lot lower than that, and that may be the case of what might have happened here or might not have. But then people are definitely showcasing or explaining details and times when they aren't getting the right rewards. Yeah, so that again here is a good example. We finally beat the juiced up Korg, but first mini boss, our first mini boss, and this is my reward, 5k 6-star shards. So I don't know if it's like the ordering of things that you get, or if it's, yeah, I'm not sure. It just looks like this doesn't seem right, and it may be something that obviously is going into this particular month. Make sure as well to kind of like let Kabam as a support ticket if you feel you're getting something like this and it's incorrect. Of course it's incorrect. It looks incorrect, but we got to double check here on this stuff. And also, yes, I know people might say this: are you Valiant? If you are, you picked the wrong box. Did you select the Valiant chest? That again is this Valiant got 1 tech tier 6 class catalyst. Yeah, okay. And that's maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. Just don't know. Anyway, I'm not saying that the Nightmare Raids rewards are good, because you can get something like this, where it's like a little chunk of tier 4 alpha, and then, you know, 20 Valiants. I mean, different what you get from it, but there you go. I experienced this. Have you seen this? And yeah, I don't know what the future is with this. Hopefully Kabam kind of like figure out a good way to make sure rewarding is consistent. Maybe even having like more of a selector, so you get to choose what you want as opposed to being dictated to of what you're actually getting. But then it's against the design, because the design would be weird, wouldn't it? Because it's like, it's not like a raid, like when you're raiding something. Have you done a raid before? Well, it's not like you get to select what you like. But then again, this is MCOC, and if Kabam went that way, maybe you'd appeal to and appease and do a good by the community on those subjects. Well, anyway, that's up to Kabam to sort out and have a look at. Thoughts in the comments. I'll see you soon. Bye.